Ever scrolled through your feed and noticed someone who's always there, liking, watching, but never, ever posting? They're the ghosts in the machine, the silent observers of our digital lives. We call them lurkers, ghost scrollers. But what if they're not hiding from the world? What if they're choosing a different, more deliberate way to exist in it? In an age where every coffee, every workout, and every vacation is broadcast for likes, their silence is a statement. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of those who don't post, exploring why they observe without participating, and what their choice reveals about our own human nature in this digital age. So, what's really going on behind that quiet profile? A core motivation is a deep-seated need for control and authenticity. These individuals recognize a fundamental truth. Sharing a moment turns it from a personal experience into public property. It's suddenly open to judgment, to misinterpretation, or even worse, to being trivialized by a simple Psychologists have found that non-posters often show high levels of introspection and emotional independence. Their sense of self-worth comes from within, not from a chorus of external applause. By staying silent, they're protecting their psychological ownership over their own lives. They're keeping their memories pure, untainted by the relentless noise of the online world. Let's talk about the brain. Social media is expertly designed to hijack our reward system. Every like, share, and comment triggers a small release of dopamine, that feel-good chemical. This conditions us to perform, to constantly seek validation. We start seeing our lives through the lens of a potential post. Non-posters have effectively broken this cycle. They resist the powerful urge to document a beautiful sunset, to announce an achievement, or to broadcast their emotions to an audience. This detachment isn't about apathy. It's about fostering genuine presence. It's about cooking a meal without staging a photo shoot, traveling without obsessing over tags, and laughing without thinking about a filter. This leads to a richer, more unscripted way of living. And studies back this up, showing that taking breaks from posting can significantly boost emotional stability and life satisfaction by helping us solidify our identity beyond the digital mirror. Behind these quiet profiles often lie incredibly active, overflowing inner worlds. Because they aren't focused on crafting their next post, they are free to notice the subtleties that others might miss. A friend's hesitant pause in a conversation, the way the light shifts on a wall, the simple texture of a real, face-to-face chat. They process their experiences deeply, without the need to broadcast every thought. Their identity is built through private growth, not public performance. And far from being antisocial, they often prioritize raw, unfiltered connections, the kind of connection you feel through direct eye contact across a table, or a shared laugh that exists only for the people in the room. These moments feel warmer and more real than any interaction fueled by an algorithm. For many, this silence is the end result of total burnout. They might have been active sharers once, caught up in the race to curate a perfect life online. But the pressure to maintain a highlight reel, especially when surrounded by everyone else's polished posts, becomes exhausting. It creates a constant, unspoken comparison that can drain your energy and self-esteem. So, they quit. Quietly. It's an act of self-preservation, a small rebellion against the idea that our worth is tied to our visibility. By stepping back, they reclaim their time and their attention. They rediscover a world where colors seem to pop a little brighter, where time stretches a little longer, and where their presence isn't constantly interrupted by thinking about the perfect caption. At its core, this choice has a profound philosophical depth. Choosing invisibility online is a way of asserting, I exist beyond your gaze. It reflects an internal locus of control, the belief that happiness flows from within, not from your feed. Of course, doubts can creep in. Am I missing out? Am I becoming irrelevant? But these fears tend to fade as they realize their sense of self-worth remains steady, even without a crowd of digital witnesses. There are no angles to perfect, no metrics to chase, just the messy, beautiful complexity of being fully alive. They powerfully resist the myth that if something wasn't posted, it didn't really happen. They know that heartbreaks, small acts of kindness, and life-altering shifts live just as richly in memory alone. This discipline requires self-awareness, but the reward is a sense of peace that's hard to find in a world that constantly rewards us for sharing fragments of ourselves. In the end, the silent scrollers and non-posters offer us a powerful reminder. Our humanity thrives not in an endless performance, but in our quiet depths. Their silence isn't empty. It's a space where authenticity is protected, where sacred moments are guarded, and where life is lived beyond the screen, fully human and profoundly real. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that explores the world around us and within us.